Thank you everyone for attending today's event, We Remember at Lake Park. The short film that you have just watched is based on true events that happened between me and my mom. Agreeing to shoot this short film titled When You Are Old, directed by Mr. KOH CHONG WU, a very young and talented filmmaker, is probably the most rewarding project I've embarked upon in 2016. A friend of mine who is an avid filmmaker spoke to me about shooting a short film last year. His pet genre for short film is horror, but this time he wanted to try something different. So I suggested to him my story about me, my mother, and my helper. I was going through a rather difficult period at that time because Mom is diagnosed with early stage dementia. We feel that this is a meaningful project and could also raise public awareness about this taboo disease that is rapidly becoming the most pressing global health issue, with Asia seeing the biggest rise in people with dementia. I had only one objective, that is to raise more awareness through as many media platforms possible. I shared with Chong Woo my journal of events that happened at home, which we could script it into the film. This journal was also meant to be used as a reference for a play which I plan to stage, but hopefully soon. Well, the shoot took about 2 days to complete, and working with a bunch of passionate young filmmakers really gives me a lot of motivation and energy on set. It was not an easy shoot for me because this story is very much close to heart. Acting in this short film, I remember, was very emotional and very traumatizing for me. I recall the first day after the shoot, I went home and I just could not stop crying. Tears just shoot out from my eyes. I wasn't sure why. Well, I think besides reliving my nightmare by agreeing to act in this film, I was subconsciously trying to close that chapter of my life, to empty as much as I can inside so that I can have more capacity to go on. This is probably one of the most difficult scenes that I have to do in this film, and I have to do it like 3-4 times thanks to the director. The message that it brings across to the audience, I guess, is all parents will not hold grudges against their children. The maternal instinct of mothers will always surface when their children is in distress or hurt. We submitted When You Are Old for Singtel's 5-minute video challenge in 2016, and our hard work was rewarded on the 14th of November that year. Singtel has announced that When You Are Old, directed by Mr. KOH CHONG WU, has won the Singapore leg of Singtel Group's inaugural video competition. Of course, we were very excited. Who doesn't like to win, right? I realized through this competition, it actually helps to connect Singtel's group of 600 over million customers to its content created by filmmakers such as Chong Woo. This massive exposure is definitely one big step towards my objective. When you see someone whom you love dearly struggling to cope with a normal life, looking lost and frustrated, desperately trying to grasp onto whatever reality that she has left, it's very heartbreaking, more so if she was once a vivacious and strong woman. Now my mom is weak and helpless. It really tears me apart. Going through my chemo, though, it was both a physical and emotional torment. Somehow, is nothing compared to witnessing Mom struggle to cling on to her world that is slowly disappearing. I think patience and lots of love and care is what is required. It is actually rather simple. Just treasure and make the most of that very moment when you're able to spend time with your loved ones. Just remember, this moment will disappear in their world very quickly, as they will not remember. Bearing this in mind, you will not be so bothered if they were a little needy or demanding. Incidentally, I was also involved in the documentary called Facing Dementia by Channel News Asia during that time. Ever since the showing of Facing Dementia and Channel News Asia Insider on Facebook, I cannot believe that the 10-minute interview short clip was being shared about 40,000 times. And as of today, there are about 4.5 million views. I'm very happy that my story resonated with many people from as far as Iceland, USA, Ireland, Canada, Hawaii, China, India, and many more. To all caregivers out there, let's walk this journey with love, and I'm sure we will all be fine.